Watch out, it's the warning track.
Welcome back to another episode of the Warning Track. I lied, your camera is actually not good.
It's going bananas.
Yeah.
How do I gotta fit? Can you show me?
No, I got you. I got you. We're gonna keep that in.
I know we will.
The audience can
you
blame
already
me.
counted me in. Of course, you're keeping that in.
The audience can blame me.
Listen,
on that.
audience, this is kind of a.
You looked good a second ago.
This is kind of a.
Well, he always looks good.
It's kind of a ramshackle show today. We're having some audio problems. Vince got out. I'm gonna drink a protein shake during the show. It's gonna be a great show.
He's got some gummy worms too. Can you actually slide me a worm?
Dude, what's your favorite worm combo color here?
You got watermelon, whatever.
Is that the blue and the?
No, it's gonna be like pink and green.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's orange and green, Bob.
Just give it to me. Thanks, man.
That's the slide. Yeah, I hit the gym last night without the gummies. I left them here. My squat was impacted heavily.
I can hear that too much, and that we might actually have to restart.
No, this is great, Clayton. What's on the docket today? What are we starting with? Welcome back to the Warning Track. I'm Ethan Dolan. That's Clayton McMahon. Yeah. We got a big prospect call up. Is that what we're starting with, or do you always start with closer carousel?
I love starting with the closing carousel.
Let's start with the closing carousel, McMahon.
Now there's actually
hit me with it.
Now there's actually not much because Monday was not a full slate of games, so there wasn't really too much new going on. The one we're going to talk about, this might just be the Ethan Dallman show.
Woo!
Because this first guy we're going to talk about is really good for another player you have, and that's Dennis Santana, who last night just completely imploded against the Cardinals, came in for a save opportunity up 2-0, the Pirates were, and just completely blew it. He gave up 4 runs, less than a full inning. He didn't even finish the game.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty brutal. Now, he still has been very good on the season. Even with this blow-up, he still has a 3.29 ERA. But with how good Gregory Soto's been,
been great.
Our audience remembers, Ethan just ruthlessly picked him up.
Listen,
in the middle of me
I'm kind of a closer connoisseur.
Dude.
I was early on Varland. I'm kind of a closer connoisseur. Yeah, I said that on show, too.
No, I mean, I more meant the closing connoisseur.
Oh, yeah.
Considering I'm looking at this team, this guy in our league has Cade Smith, Bradley O'Brien, Victor Vodnik, Brad Keller, and Aniel De Los Santos. Now that guy is in touch with the closing game.
Not as good as me.
Not as good as you? Huh. Okay.
Not as good as the Munoz, Soto, Varland.
Soto got one save. Santillane's got one save.
And Edwin Diaz.
Santillane's is literally no relevance as a closer.
Once these bodies get out of his elbow.
Yeah, I'm going to be dang near
he's back.
A married man by then, so that's a long ways away.
As long as it's before my wedding, that's fine.
A long ways away.
But you brought it up. I mean, blown save for Santana, couldn't even get out of the inning, 4 earned runs. Soto's in a great spot, and I think that honestly, Soto has not shown that he's going to fold even when he's given the saved opportunities, and that race is so tight. I could see it being a Varland situation where it's just like we don't get an announcement. It's just, hey, Soto's the guy. Mm-hmm. I've got a philosophical closing question for you.
Okay.
And I'll have another one when we get to talking about Bazana, actually. Mm-hmm. How do you value closers on your team shortly after they get an opportunity and they do well? Let's say Soto gets the next 2 opportunities at saves, and he gets them both, 3 up, 3 down. Is that a guy that you're thinking about trading from your team because his value is high and saves are such a hot commodity, and at the same time, it's a volatile market?
I guess it just depends. I mean, if you're trying to upgrade closers,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think you can do that.
I'm just saying, not necessarily trying to upgrade, do better closer, just in general.
Yeah. I think so. I guess it just depends on your So for me, for anybody who didn't get the joke, I was referencing my team. Obviously, I have a lot of closers, and
I think you and I both combined might have the most amount of rostered relievers in the league.
Probably.
I think we might be 1 and 2.
Because I think I actually, if you look at the season-long stat totals, I actually, I lead the league in saves. I have 20 saves on there.
I've got 14.
Yes, yeah, you're tied for 4th.
And if I didn't have the couple terrible weeks with Munoz and I think I'd probably number 2 there.
But no, I agree because like guys like Anil De Los Santos,
Mm-hmm.
unless Hader has some sort of setback, he's obviously only a temporary guy.
Yeah.
Victor Vodnik, I actually picked up off the wire. Was kind of surprised
Mm-hmm.
people weren't on. I mean, I know the Rockies aren't good. I actually talked about it yesterday. The
They've got
Rockies
some good pitchers.
The Rockies
right now.
are 13 and 16.
Yeah, they look competent. Listen,
I still don't think Vodnik's a high end closer, but if their team's getting enough wins like that, and he's the guy, he's going to get opportunities. He has 4 saves on the year.
Hunter Goodman already got 7 homers on the year. I mean, whoever drafted that guy, genius.
Yeah, yeah. Too bad he didn't have him last year when he had outfield
That's true.
eligibility, and I had him in a Yahoo team.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Brad Keller, same thing. He's obviously only a temporary closer until Johan Duran comes back for the Phillies. So it depends. I'm not even trying to get rid of Anil De Los Santos or Brad Keller.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also argue that the league context is dependent. If you're in a season-long roto, I would not try to trade them. Just take the saves while you can, and then once they're no longer closer viable, there's probably going to be somebody else you can pick up anyway.
There is just temptation for me to say, can I turn this into a bat? I mean, that's my temptation where it's like I'm the Soto owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like just looking at my team, let's say Soto has 2 great outings, 2 saves, and I'm looking at, say, Jose Altuve on my bench.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying to myself, can I package Soto and Altuve and get a better second baseman?
The only problem is that second baseman is just so shallow.
I know.
I mean, what's second baseman?
Probably bad example.
Tell Marte?
Probably bad example. If I could I pair him with
You can tell me
Lawrence?
which.
Could I pair him with Lawrence Butler and get a better outfielder?
He's been pretty bad.
Lawrence Butler's been terrible.
You can tell me some of the trades you're sending out, Ethan. It's for the show.
I've got none. I literally sent out the Pasquanito trade, and then you got it the next day.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Actually, that processed at like 10:30 this morning. Vinny P looks really good on my squad. I do say so myself. I also have 4 first basemen on my team, which
The
is kind of
Subaru
crazy.
dealers call me. What is going on?
What's going on?
Dude, the Subaru dealers calling me.
Yeah, this guy drives a Subaru, guys. Don't
texting them.
buy Subaru. It breaks down like every other day.
Dude, it's get out of here. It's not even
buy Ford,
broken
buy
down.
Chevy. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so it just depends. Like, I guess an example I would say that's not like a temporary thing is I have Riley O'Brien, who I drafted very late in the year and has emerged as the Cardinals closer. He's been one of the best closers. I'm just keeping that because if I wanted to upgrade for like a quote proven closer, which as we've seen this year, what does that even mean? Like a David Bednar, I'd rather just keep Riley O'Brien. And as you said, closers are just so valuable that I took a chance on him late, won the lottery. I'm just gonna reap the rewards and just keep them. So it kind of just depends. I think if you have hurt closers, a different story. So tell me what you think of this. This trade just happened in one of my Yahoo leagues a couple days ago. It's a league where saves matter.
Yep.
It was a 1-for-1. Somebody traded away Josh Hader for Trey Savage, who we're going to get into a little more later in the show, but is making a season debut tonight. We're recording this a little after 1 on Tuesday. I thought the guy who got you Savage or traded away Josh Hader, I thought that was great.
I think that's tough because your sample size for your Savage is a great October.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this brother.
I mean, he's also one of the top prospects.
Yeah, 100%. But
I liked it. I thought it was a good move.
I know who Josh Hader is. Right?
Yeah.
And I know that team is going to be better than I think they have been to start the year.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, I guess, obviously, any disclaimer for any fantasy baseball related thing. Obviously, stuff is team dependent.
Yep.
I'm trying to find what the former Hader owner, I should say, what his team looks like. Josh Hader. Okay, so the guy with Hader has Jeff Hoffman and Louis Varland. So regardless of how that shakes out, he's good. Clayton Beater, who just went on the IL a couple days ago. And that's it. He has Cole Sands, who only has, I think, 1 save still this year.
I wouldn't have done it. Given that team
which
composition,
he got back in late March.
Are you making that trade given that team composition? I understand, like you're saying, in a vacuum, you take that trade, right?
Yeah.
Just on talent, what I'm getting for the rest of the year. But knowing that I'm going to need saves,
I mean, this is also a 6x6.
okay.
So, I mean,
right.
if he's willing to just punt one category, then that's fine. I don't like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely would not recommend that in season-long roto. Because if you tank one category in season-long roto, you're done. You have to try to play all 12. But this is weekly matchup, 6x6 cats. It's not how I like to construct a team, but I don't hate the move.
Okay.
All
right.
I guess I'm maybe also not the highest on you, Savage. I don't hate you, Savage. But especially with Hader too specifically, I mean, they moved him to 60-day IL a week or so ago, so he's not coming back until mid-May at the earliest, or late May at the earliest. He's dealing with the bicep. It's just kind of a weird deal.
Who's the hater owner?
I don't hate the move. I don't hate the move.
Who's the hater owner in our league?
That's a good question.
Lord Helmet. I might have to send a trade offer for that.
Yeah. So I guess to answer your question, I know a lot of it's league dependent. If I make it big on a closer, I just want to keep it for myself. I'd rather just kind of keep the rewards.
All right, let's keep it moving. Otherwise, we'll never get through the show. Any other closers you want to talk about? Brian Baker save on Monday. He's got 7 saves on the year. Any notes?
Yeah, I mean,
He's been consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I was paying close attention to that committee early on in the season. Brian Baker's clearly taking it. Edwin Uceda had a setback in his injury recovery.
Great
so, yeah,
name, by the way.
Yeah,
Uceda.
Yeah.
Just rolls off well.
Pete Fairbanks took a loss. Technically no blown save, but looked bad last night.
Terrible.
He was also taken out with what the manager, Clayton McCulloch, described as, quote, an unusual sensation in his thumb. Now, apparently he has a Raynaud's syndrome.
Raynaud's.
Who I actually know people personally who have it. And yeah, like their fingers like turn like
blue and white.
Yes, like a white color when it gets cold. Now, the note speculated that could have been an issue because obviously he plays for the Miami Marlins, and they were going up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't know where the game was at, but those are obviously two warm places. Either way, that's something to monitor. I think if you're looking to speculative as a speculative ad, it's Calvin Fauché.
Yep.
But I would also say that I really don't want to touch that bullpen if Pete Fairbanks is out.
Tyler Phillips got put in last night. I think he got credit with the blown save.
Yes, but like I said, he came in, I think, bases loaded, and all those runners were Fairbanks.
I think he got a K to start, and then he gave the walk-off single.
Yeah, but if you look at Fairbanks, the last like 2 or 3 saves he's had, Fauché's came in.
No Anthony Bender thoughts?
I've seen some notes mention him. Like I said, Fauché has closing experience for the Marlins, was a setup guy in Fairbanks' last 3 saves. But I don't want Fauché. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yep.
So maybe if you're in a deep league.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for, like I said.
Mason Miller.
Oh, yeah. He is mortal. He gave up his scoreless inning streak was snapped.
Any thoughts on the foul fair ball there on the third baseline?
I was actually talking to my dad about it this morning. That was awful. I don't know how he missed that. I mean, it was a foul ball.
Yeah, I think what happened is right down the line, the ball is over the line but not touching it. And I'm sure that's just what happened.
There's some physics at work.
It's all about perspective, big dog.
Well, if that's what it takes is a physics malfunction for Mason Miller to give up earned runs, then I think he'll be fine. But I just thought it was funny to mention. Moving on into some other guys. Oh, yeah, we'll just get right into Bazzana. So I think I've got this in your confidence monitor, right? And I'm pulling it up for our audience. The Cleveland Guardians are calling up Travis Bazzana. He was the #1 overall pick in 2024, an Oregon State Beaver legend who would just absolutely dominate college and has put up solid numbers the last couple of years. I think his prospect star has faded compared to what people expected of him coming out of college. But I would still say he's a pretty disciplined hitter. So his 2026 stats
walks quite a bit.
AAA, yeah, has 21 walks to 25 strikeouts, 8 stolen bases, only 2 homers. I don't think he'll ever be a power guy.
Here's what I'll say. Can I inject my thoughts here?
Let's hear it.
If you're playing in an OBP league, this guy's a monster. I think this is like a must-hit pickup.
Well, I would argue he is everywhere just because second base is
it's so shallow. But, I mean, you talk about he doesn't have great power. I think this is probably a good situation where it's better real-life baseball player than fantasy baseball player.
Yep.
You know, and that's fine. But I think you're right. He's a must pick up anywhere. But I think he's got, like, real one of those guys that could really help you make a run potential if you're in OBP leagues, just because you probably got him for free off the wire, and he's going to walk a lot, dude. I just don't think the eye is not going to transfer.
Yeah, no, I agree, and like I said, he has shown that for a long time.
You taking him over a guy like Matt McClain?
Yeah, I think so.
Me too.
And he struggled. I'm actually looking at CVS's consensus rankings right now, and I know you said you don't. To quote yourself before we started the show,
Haven't watched him.
If it's not on your team or
on the Brewers,
not Karen.
Not Kieran. I just probably haven't heard of him.
That being said,
well, I said if you're not fantasy relevant or you're not on the Brewers.
Okay. Well, that being said, I'm gonna quiz you on a guy. I have him in 2 of my 3 leagues, and he's been fantastic to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have Travis Bazzana or Otto Lopez? Who coming into this season was like a late round draft pick. He's been absolutely fantastic, batting .312, 3 homers, 4 steals.
And I like the
20
Marlins
runs.
offense.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I'm not just saying this because he's on my team. I know more about it because I'm on my team. But like Kyle Stowers has come back, and the power hasn't been there. But he's hit like 3 or 4 doubles since his return.
Yeah,
I think
Liam Hicks has been good. Agustin Ramirez,
and they're young.
Jacob
They're fun.
Marcy.
They seem to feed off of it.
So you would take Lopez?
I'm taking Lopez, but I think it's close. I mean, that's a coin flip for me.
So Lopez is the 12th ranked second baseman according to CBS.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, and Matt McClain is 11th.
Yeah.
I would actually rather have Otto Lopez over.
I would have
McClain,
Lopez.
but-
I don't want McClain.
Okay,
Cut him.
let's compare. Would you rather have Bazzana or JJ Weatherholt?
Right now, JJ Weatherholt. I think by season's end, I'm going to turn around and say Bazzana.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just got a feeling about this kid.
Weatherholt's starting to heat up. He has home
He
runs
is.
in 3 straight games. The
Mhm.
batting average is still low, but 6 homers, 4 stolen bases, 22 runs. They have him batting leadoff a bunch.
Hey, man.
I just think he has way more upside than Bazzana.
Number one
Because like I
overall.
said, I think you'll probably get some stolen bases out of
Number
him.
one
So I know
overall
for
pick.
your league. Yeah, you failed to mention that you have Bazzana and Hundo.
I do have Bazzana and
tell-
Hundo.
tell-
I picked him
Tell
up.
the story.
I was leaving work. I got a Twitter notification from MLB Pipeline. I'm on West State. I throw on the flashers. I pull off to the side of the road right by that church. I think it's called,
Jesus lives.
no, it's called Mountain of Fire and Miracles. I think it's a new, a different
I know.
church bought it.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Right around there. Scooped him up, baby.
Crazy.
I dropped Matt Wallner for him.
Probably a good movie.
That
Probably
brother
should've been on your
stinks.
team anyway.
That brother stinks.
Yeah, no, my leagues were quick on that one. One of my Yahoo leagues has NA spots, so he was already been rostered for a while. But in the other Yahoo league, somebody picked him up at literally the exact same time as you, Ethan. The notifications came at the exact same time.
Here would be my question, and this is the guy that you own, and he's been struggling.
Okay,
Luke Keishel or Bazzana?
Keishel.
Keishel's just been bad.
Keishel. He has, but yeah, I would rather have Luke Keishel. I'm still not worried about it.
Alright.
I mean, it's been 3 weeks. I mean, especially because, I mean, Luke Keishel has, despite the struggles, still has 6 stolen bases.
Yeah.
Now, he's not batting in a prominent spot in the lineup. That's the one thing that has been bad. Yahoo, I really like that you can look at their game log. Like, actually, here, I'll show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it up here. So if you look at the game log, it shows you where they batted in the lineup. See this here?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, as you can see, he started off the year
Yep.
batting third, second, and so they've kind of moved him down the
Listen,
lineup.
Luke Keishel won me our league last year. I don't know if you realize that. He stole a base on the last day.
I thought that was somebody else. I know the story. I thought that was
I
somebody
think it
else.
was Luke. I'd have to go back and
Okay.
check the game log.
Yeah, I'd rather have Keishel.
I'm going him. I mean,
So I'm confused. Well, then I think you just want Luke Keishel bumped down a ton in the rankings.
I do.
Because Luke Keishel is the 6th ranked.
I don't think
second
he's
baseman.
going to turn it around.
Okay. Would you rather have Bazzana or Jose Altuve then? Who hasn't even been bad.
Altuve hasn't been good though. That's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like you just completely disagree with CBS's second base rankings.
I do.
Because J.J. Weatherholt's 9th, Otto Lopez is 12th, Altuve's 5th, and then Luke Keishel's 6th.
I said I'd take Weatherholt right now though. And the rankings are right
Well,
now.
that's my point. You would
Yeah.
take the 9 and 12 guys over Bazana, but not the 5th and 6th guys, it sounds like.
Listen, Keish will get him out.
I
I don't believe in him.
It's been 3 weeks, man.
I don't believe in him.
Yeah, I
Him
guess.
or Carlos Cortez?
I don't even know who that is.
You know who Carlos Cortez is?
Carlos
Wow.
Cortez, no. But I guess it's kind of wrapping up with Bazana. Yeah, I think he'll be a good source of plate discipline, batting average, and I think he'll chip in a decent amount of stolen bases too. I know your team needs stolen bases, so I'm sure.
Dang. I'm surprised you don't know who Carlos Cortez is. That's a guy that I do actually want to trade for in our league.
Carlos Cortez.
Yeah. It's on the A's. Plays outfield. They got him out and right, but he's not batting against lefties. But
So he's not even playing full time.
that brother's statistical profile is nuts. His exit velo, his launch angle. This guy is ready for a breakout.
Huh.
Yay. You heard it here first.
I'll take your
I
word
was
for it.
early on Varland. I'm going to be early on Cortez.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, obviously, he's rostered everywhere, but this is big. Last night, he made his 4th start at, speaking of second baseman, made his 4th start at second base.
His second base is about to get a lot deeper.
Yeah, well, and Yahoo is only 1 appearance away.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN, and I think CBS too. It'll take a little more time.
You need
but-
10?
Yeah, for ESPN.
Mhm.
So I don't know about CBS. So that'll be huge. Now, he is not. This will kind of. We're going to do a bunch of buy low, drop candidate stuff second half of the show. So this kind of leads into it.
Mm-hmm.
He has 7 stolen bases, but the counting stats aren't the best, and he has no homers. Is he somebody you're trying to buy low on?
Yeah, I'd bet low.
Yeah. And I wonder if maybe you can take advantage of somebody who's maybe not paying attention to the eligibility stuff and get him as your second baseman.
What does buying low look like? What is a package that you would take for Tatis? Neither of us have him in the league we share.
Well, we only share. I have him in one of the Yahoo leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't want to sell low on him, especially since he's about to.
But I'm saying in the situation where you don't have him,
Mhm.
what are you willing to give up? Like what's the caliber of player?
This is tough because obviously I'm trying to low key screw the other person over, so I ain't trying
I
to get
know.
top dollar.
I know. So what's like an example of a deal you'd send?
Would you trade if you had O'Neal Cruz?
I'd trade O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But you said last week we were talking about that you weren't selling high on him.
I'm not, but I don't know if Tatis is necessarily selling high. That feels like just a good trade.
I would. If somebody offered me Cruz for Tatis,
I get Mike Trout off the team for him.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Mike Trout.
Then Tatis?
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
I think so.
I was not expecting that, but I
Dude,
respect it.
Dude, look at these numbers, man. Look at the numbers for Mike Trout.
Dude, he'll fall off.
Pulling it up right now for
He'll
our
fall off.
wonderful audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talked Bazana.
Moises Ballesteros, he is on fire right now. He's
That
not
grand slam last night.
Yeah, he's not. He's not playing regularly though. He's sat 3 games in the last
What's
week.
going
so-
on in Chicago?
What are you talking about?
What's Greg Counsell doing? Why is this guy not batting?
I just don't think he's good against lefties.
Are his splits that bad though?
Maybe not anymore.
I think he's batted once against lefties this year. In their 10 games they've played against lefties.
Looking it up.
He's got 5 at-bats this year versus lefties. He's batting 200 with 1 hit, 1 run, and a double. He's walked once. He's only struck out once.
Okay.
733 OPS.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more just saying that, and I think he's only DH eligible in non-Yahoo.
Yeah,
formats.
he's got 3 starts or 3 appearances at catcher.
2.
2.
2.
Only 1 start, 2
Yeah.
appearances.
Which an appearance counts the same as a start.
Yes.
So yeah, but it's somebody. I mean, if he is hitting this well, I'm sure they're going to give him more opportunities. So I think right now he's more just somebody to keep your eye on. But
Are you adding him in every league?
No. I actually drafted him, if you remember, in Hundo.
Yeah.
But he wasn't quite as on fire as he is now, but he just wasn't playing regularly, so I dropped him. So yeah, I think until he starts playing regularly, it doesn't
Or
matter.
gets that catcher eligibility?
Yeah. Maybe in 2 catcher leagues, perhaps, but like in our league, nobody has Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing's been just as good, but he doesn't play regularly. So if you're not playing regularly, I don't care if you're hitting 800. It doesn't.
So you're telling me I should pick up Dalton Rushing?
Maybe play him twice a week.
I don't know. He's been slumping.
Has he?
He's not been hitting that long ball of late.
I mean, it was only a week ago he had the 2 home run game.
Yeah.
You're not going to home run every day.
Last 7 days, no homers.
But yeah, he's sat 3 times
Mm-hmm.
since April 22nd, which was last Wednesday. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just
That's tough.
Can't abide by that. Can't do it.
I mean, I can. I do roster 2 catchers in a 1-catcher league.
Yeah, can't do it. That's why I traded away Adley Rutschman and got Vinny P.
Love-
Vinny P, baby.
Love Hunter Goodman. Love Yanner Diaz.
Wow, Yainer Diaz is a drop candidate. I almost put him on the drop candidate list today.
Love him.
He's been awful.
Love him.
He's been terrible.
Yeah, he's
disgusting.
He's been sitting. It's been hurting us.
He
He had actually his last 2 games has not been bad,
2 games. Yeah. Well, I mean,
but he sat the last 2. So
okay. Let's see. Moving on to some injury notes before we get into kind of buy low, sell high stuff. Giancarlo Stanton went on the IL with a calf strain.
Yep.
On yesterday's show, we talked about Jason Dominguez getting called up. Now, anytime you can get a guy who is a combination of Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle, and Mike Trout as his prospect, notes have always called him. My dad and I always joke about it, Ethan.
the Martian.
I mean, we've literally been on Jason Dominguez for like 6 years now when he started showing up on prospect lists, and they were calling him that. I think there was even some Miguel Cabrera comps in there. Basically, he's just the greatest baseball player of all time.
And I've always said that about him.
Now, he has had a really good year in AAA for the Yankees, and so he got snatched up quickly everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
In every league I was in. So if you did get him, start him. I wouldn't be surprised if. The only problem is they're paying Stanton so much money, so I just feel like Yankees are always going to try to find a way to get him in there if he's healthy.
Yep.
But just write it out for all we can. Mick Abel resumed playing catch, and there was a report where the quote said that all signs have been encouraging. It's possible he might be on some of your leagues because people couldn't or didn't want to stash him on the IL.
Yep.
His last 2 starts looked really good before he got hurt, and I think he's one of the top rookie pitchers to go for. And then George Springer is nearing return. Apparently, there's no need for a rehab assignment, which is kind of surprising for the old vet. But
Yep. His quote was, "I had a good day. I'm excited
well,
about
that's good.
it.
I'm glad.
I know it's going to be there, and it is what it is. My swing's in a good place. Not bad for being out there for a while, so I'll take it for sure." Jay, are you worried about him? I mean,
he was
not playing well.
He was somebody I was not high on going into draft season anyway.
Can I give you his slash line when he was playing of recent?
Let's hear it.
185, 290, 370.
Yeah. I mean, only across 54 at bats, so small sample size. But
Yep.
yeah, I thought he was overdrafted going into the season.
I mean, he had a great year last year, but it's just tough at that age to expect, hey, this guy's going to repeat it with this many miles on his body.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's probably rostered in most leagues too. Like, actually, I'd be interested to see George Springer.
I mean, it's just crazy, and baseball's like this.
Yeah.
You don't expect this in other sports, but for the team that just went to the World Series to look like this, it's a little nuts. I mean, there's been no consistency in this lineup. I mean, every time you tune them in, it feels like you're watching a different team, and that was not the case last year. I mean, last year the pitching felt good, the bats felt good, like it was all there every game. I didn't want to play them. I remember they beat Peralta, I think, on a Peralta bump day against the Brewers last year, and it was just a suffocating experience. It was terrible. Like, I dreaded playing against them, and they're just not the same team this year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they lost Bo Bichette.
Did you see the video of him like crying in the dugout?
Bichette?
Yeah, I don't know if he's crying, but he's after the Mets lost their last game, he just head down like this for like I don't know if it was like minutes, but the clip, he was all alone. There was no one else in the dugout. Everyone had left.
Wow. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, it's been a slow start for him and the team so far. Vladdy's been doing his thing. I mean, Vladdy's batting .330, only has 2 homers. Somehow has 2 stolen bases. But yeah, Springer's been hurt. Bullpen's been a mess. So I think there's been a few teams like that because you mentioned the Phillies before we started the show. They've been really rough, and they just fired their manager today.
NL Central,
the Mets.
Everyone above 500.
Really? Even the Pirates? Well,
Yeah.
I guess the Pirates have decent pitching. But so, yeah, that kind of gets us through those notes. So now
The Brewers are actually in last in that division,
really
14-13.
makes sense. They have no pitching.
Yeah.
So
Oh. No relievers.
kind of moving on to some drop candidates now. What do we got here? It is not showing up on your screen, but yeah, he's blinking a lot.
That's tough.
Yeah. Rough start for the team.
Rough start.
Rough start for Bo Bichette. I'm sure he'll turn it around. I'm sure the team will turn it around. They got Soto back. Then I guess Lindor's.
Are you buying low on Bichette while we're here talking?
I mean,
I am.
I didn't have him on my list, but I think you could.
I am.
I like that he has third base eligibility now, which is other than second base, Chalice League.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Chalice.
Yeah, I need to get Royce Lewis off my roster.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought?
I believed in him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking at his numbers, he had a solo home run a few days ago. He only has eight strikeouts in his 5 games since coming off.
Yeah.
That ain't too bad. Yeah, you need some offense. I'll trade you some offense after the show.
I do need some offense.
Getting in the drop candidates, we're going to talk about one of your pitchers first, Luis Castillo. I'm at a loss for words at how bad he's been. What are you thinking? What are you thinking of Luis Castillo? What is the drop? Or just anybody who you're not the only person in the world that is rostering this
It's
guy.
really 2 bad games. Okay? I'm not dropping him over 2 bad games.
That April 5th start's good.
They were really bad games.
That April 5th start was good.
I mean, I don't know.
I know it wasn't good.
They pulled him early. Should have got more than 3.2.
Okay.
He was going to put it together. All right, it's like 4 bad games because, yeah. I don't know. And it's a little strange because I was taking a peek under the hood and it doesn't seem like much has changed. I think his movement, like the rotations are down a little bit. I didn't see, and I looked at a lot of guys this morning, so I might be misremembering, but I didn't see like anything miles per hour that's like concerning, big velo drop. Like I said, some movement's gone. I mean, he's a little older.
Well, I guess that's why the last couple of years I've not been a big fan of Castillo because we've seen his numbers drop off since 2023. 2023 was his last great year, 219 strikeouts, 197 innings, and then each year his strikeout rates declined. He only had 162 and 180 innings last year. The ERA has slowly crept up into the mid-high 3s. Like you said, he's just getting older. He's had a great career. I met him many years ago, got his autograph. It's also mostly faded, but that's beside the point.
You know what's really interesting to me is that like I will say I think there's a chance that he rebounds because some of the things that appear to not necessarily be his fault, like his BABIP, right? Batting average balls in play, career high by miles, right? So there's a lot of balls.
What's the number?
It's 374.
Yeah, that's high.
That's insanely high, right? That's something that's going to come back down to earth. So some of it is behind him. He's not giving up. Last year he was like better than he had been for the few years prior at not giving up homers. He's giving up a few more homers than last year, but not like abnormal to the past 4 years. The walks are up. I think that's the most concerning thing to me. Is right. Like the BABIP's going to go down, but his walks per 9 has ballooned up to nearly 3.5.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that. Can't be. The Ks per 9 is actually higher than last year, but the walks per 9 is insane.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta get a hold on that. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, his ERA is a whole point higher than his expected ERA. So I think some of that defense comes down. I think some of the walks probably come down. I think he's an okay second half of the season. I'm not dropping him right now.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't like if there's a good option on the wire. Obviously, our league there is not. Our league as the wire is a desolate wasteland.
If you would have had the chance to pick up Peyton Tolley, but you had to drop,
I would have done it.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have. Here's what I'll say: if I thought Castillo was my worst pitcher on the roster, I would have.
Yeah.
Right now, if Peyton Tolley was on the wire, I'd drop Jose Quintana.
Yeah.
Who's had a few good starts. Quintana's pieced together a respectable season.
I mean, any Colorado pitcher's scary, but
Hey,
Um,
last game.
no, I've always liked
2
Quintana.
hits.
I remember his White Sox days.
I remember his
was-
Brewers days.
not quite as far back, but yeah, man.
Do you believe
That
that
actually does make
someone in
me-
our league's rostering Aaron Ashby?
No, because this is like the deepest league I play in.
Isn't that kind of insane?
You got to do what you got to do.
He's a
man.
reliever who has 5 wins. Like, I get it.
You got to scrap to survive.
But Aaron Ashby,
I think more importantly, it's that he's putting up a lot of innings.
yeah,
And
he's pitched 18 innings.
yeah, well, for a reliever, that's a lot.
I don't know. I said, yeah, I was agreeing.
So now the whip hasn't been good. I mean, he's walked 11
Yep.
batters in 18.
I mean,
but he's getting the strikeouts.
When the only thing you throw is something with a wicked spin on it, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So
That brother's got major motion in the ocean.
no, I see. And if you look on ESPN, he's 10.8% rostered. So in Yahoo, that's probably pushing 20%. So in a deep league where you're just trying to get anything that's valuable, a multi-inning reliever with a lot of strikeouts, it makes sense to me. I mean, I'd rather have him than just stream some scrubs, honestly. So,
And
yeah.
I've been streaming Scrub.
Yeah, he's 25% rostered in Yahoo. So, kind of moving on, we'll talk about one of my guys. We put Ethan on the spot to start. We'll talk about one of my guys in Hundo, and that's Aaron Nola. Now, Aaron Nola is very sentimental to me, Ethan, because when I started playing fantasy baseball as a young lad, like 13 years old, there were 2 prospects. I was in a dynasty league at the time, and there were 2 pitching prospects that I just loved. And I still kind of feel this way to this day because I love pitchers who have control. I think you've heard me talk a lot.
Yep.
That's why I don't like Bubba Chandler. He's actually good this year, but I wasn't high on Gavin Williams
Yep.
coming in this season. I love pitchers who have control. And around this time, there were 2 pitchers coming up that were known for their control and had decent K numbers. It was Aaron Nola and Joe Musgrove.
Yep.
Love Joe Musgrove. I don't know if you saw. I actually picked him up in Hundo a few days ago. But
I did. Hey,
anyway,
I dropped him.
Hey, I just got lucky because Rutschman came off the IL, so I had a spot to put in. So, but no, Aaron Nola, and he's put up a lot of good seasons. I'm about to pull up his numbers for the audience right now. He's put up good K numbers. Has always had decent walk totals, but last year was brutal. Dealt with some injuries. Had a 6.01 ERA this year, 6.03 ERA through 2 starts. Honestly, his numbers are looking almost identical in terms of FIP. The K percentage is fine, but when he's giving me a 6 ERA, it really doesn't matter.
I will say once again, if you believe in the advanced stats, his expected ERA is only a 4.84. But
It's still not good.
last year's expected ERA was a 4.12.
Yeah.
It seems like things just are not landing his way the past 2 years.
Yeah, and it's really only been the last 2 starts. He actually started off the season fine, and the last 2 starts have just been miserable.
And he's getting you strikeouts,
Yeah,
right? I mean, he's got double-digit K per 9.
yeah. I guess I'll say here, this is something I meant to ask about Castillo because this is something I don't like to do, but I know the CBS guys recommended it. For Castillo, do you ever plan to just stream him? Like you're not gonna drop him, but you only start him at home where the Mariners ballpark is like the most friendly for pitchers. I just don't like doing that.
I would consider it, but I just think if you're doing that,
Yeah, I'd rather just drop him.
in essence, I think you're punting strikeouts.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can win your ratios. You can theoretically win wins that way, but you're just punting Ks.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's kind of where I'm at with Aaron Nola. Now, the Phillies don't necessarily have the home field advantage like Seattle does, but I may start to look at streaming him, and I don't like doing that. But there's nobody on the wire that's better to replace him with.
Yeah.
So, which kind of gets into my next guy, Jack Flaherty. I want to drop Jack Flaherty. This guy cannot throw a strike to save his life. He has 22 walks in 25 and a third innings.
It's not good.
He has been absolutely terrible. He only has 1 good start. It was a great start. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. Still walk 3, but looking at the top guys, like let's pull up the top guys on the wire here. Which I say top guys, quote unquote. Roki Sasaki. I mean, I don't want that.
Rokio.
Ronaldo Lopez, who I think they just announced is moving to the bullpen. Yeah, we'll utilize as a reliever going forward. while working on mechanical issues, and he really hasn't been the best anyway. Somebody actually dropped Ryan Nelson. Now, Ryan Nelson's been awful. I have him as a drop candidate.
Yep.
But same thing. If you look at the numbers, it's just been the last two. I mean, his start April 19th, he gave up 8 runs in only a third of an inning.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, he's been fine, and he's always been a good source of whip specifically. So
Yeah.
I kind do I pick him up over Jack Flaherty?
Dude, I think you do it right now. Do it on the show.
I think I'm gonna, because Jack Flaherty is just disgusting to me.
Let's go.
And I have Jack Flaherty Yahoo league.
He's back.
So I don't want him in 2 leagues.
Making moves on the show.
I'm gonna wait till after.
That's
the show.
crazy.
I need more time to.
That's
to sit
insane.
on that. I need more
But yeah,
time. That was the mellow pump fake.
that's
the other side, man.
Flaherty's been terrible. I mean, 7.8 walks per 9.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's,
Dude, and you know what's crazy?
mhm.
His BABIP is low.
Yeah.
I think he's probably been better
No, it's just no command.
than he should be. Yeah.
As a Tigers fan, I've been able to watch some of his
Mhm.
starts this year. It's just no command.
I think you get rid of him.
He only has 1 start this year with less than 3 walks.
His FIP is bad.
Yeah.
His XFIP is bad. Everything's bad.
Yeah. Would you rather have?
Can I say that him and Cam Smith are the 2 easiest cuts on this list?
Well, yeah, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith
is
does not
drop
have a hit in a
candidate.
week.
Yeah.
An actual 7 days, he does not have a hit.
Yeah, he's been bad. I'm trying to think. Would you rather have Jack Flaherty or Luis Castillo?
Castillo.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Flaherty and Cam Smith are the 2
Yeah, I
worst players on this list. Every other player on this list, I'm probably keeping,
Yeah.
and I'm not happy about it. I'm giving them another week or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Flaherty and Cam Smith are get off of my team right now. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're terrible. Yeah. And the Cam Smith one kills me because all the tools are there.
Mhm.
Good kid, you know?
Yeah.
Runs well. He's not bad on the field.
I wish he had third base eligibility like he did last year.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sells it. Moving on to buy low. If you could buy low on Vinny Pasquantino, would you do it?
I tried.
Would you do it? Would you
I
do it?
tried.
Oh
I
man.
tried.
I wish I could find. I had an article pulled up this morning, but yeah, his underlying numbers look great.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
Well,
like I said, I went for a double trade. I was trying to get him and Salvi in one swing.
I don't know. I'm just surprised he didn't fight me at all. I talked about it on Monday's show.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to. I trade him, added Rutschman for Vinny P, and it was just done. It was great. And now I got Vinny P on my team. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Fantasy Pros had a number on him. Yeah, so this was just a couple days ago. He was only hitting 160 with 3 home runs, but had a 169 BABIP. So that's very, very unlucky for a hitter.
Yep.
Still making good contact in the zone. StatCast profile is looking better the last couple weeks. So, yeah, loved that pickup. So definitely get Vinny P if you can. Here's another guy you own, Logan Gilbert. I know you only play in 1 league, so you don't have an opportunity to actually buy low on him. But are you buying low? As somebody who's paying attention to his starts more than most, what are your thoughts on Logan Gilbert?
Speaking of, he's got the bump today against the Twins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying low on him. I mean, he's had some outings, but the K numbers are great, and he's not really surrendering. A lot of his runs are coming from the deep ball. You know, like I don't think that trend's gonna continue. So in his last 6 starts, he's given up 3 homers. He's only brought home 1 win in those starts. I think that's the thing that sucks is he's filling up the Ks. His whip has been his ERA's been but they haven't been like, oh, I lost my matchup because of you. Except for his start against the Yanks last time out. I think he gave up 5 earned runs. That was tough. I'm not overly concerned about him.
I wouldn't say I am, but I talked about him a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not concerned, but I'm not ranking him where he was going into the season.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's been disappointing, but I'm not concerned.
Because I had him last year.
Those are different things.
And this was maybe like 2 weeks ago. I did a deep dive on this.
Mm-hmm.
He does not go deep into starts.
No.
And this was something he was known for so long in his career, but last year he didn't hardly. And this year he's only went past the 6th inning one time.
Yep.
He does have 2 quality starts, but especially in a league like both of my Yahoo leagues count quality starts, and I feel like more leagues, even like traditional 5x5 cats, are switching from wins to quality starts. So because of that, I think the numbers have to be knocked down a little bit.
You know, he's doing a little stomach bruise right now.
Yeah.
Off the bat of who? Carlos Cortez.
Okay. And then, like you mentioned too, I feel like a lot of the Mariners pitchers are this way, where they like to work in the zone a little more.
Mm-hmm.
George Kirby's the same way, and because of that, they do kind of get smacked around a lot. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, his walk rate isn't high, but the whip's high because he's allowing so many hits, especially the home runs. So, yeah, I agree. I'm buying low. The only problem is I'm buying him low, not at what people probably think Logan Gilbert is, and so I just don't know if I would be able to give up anything.
Yeah.
That would actually fetch him. Jesus Luzardo. Now, Jesus Luzardo has not been good at all, at least in the final outcomes, the actual stat line. But underlying stuff looks great.
Another guy on the bump today.
Nice.
Against
But
San
his
Francisco.
numbers basically look no different than Jack Flaherty, Aaron Nola, Luis Castillo type. Just on the surface.
You know, I don't think he's been walking guys quite as much. His last outing was terrible against the Cubs.
He has 2 starts with bad walk numbers. His last one, he gave up 4. He had a bad start where he gave up 3.
Against Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cubs one, he only gave 1 walk. The only problem is he gave up 12 hits and 8 runs. So,
Only
but
12.
yeah. So, I guess here, okay. I think he's a buy low candidate, but we'll come at it this way. Would you rather have Jesus Luzardo or Luis Castillo? To me, the answer is easy.
It's Luzardo.
Yeah, I would rather.
It's Luzardo.
I'd rather Luzardo.
100%. You think I can send the Luzardo owner a Castillo one to one?
No. Who owns them? New York Dorks.
Yeah, Dorks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not trading anyone off their team.
I'm trying to think of another. Okay, we're gonna kind of go into sell high here. Would you trade Jose Soriano for Jesus Luzardo?
No.
So Jose Soriano is the number 1 pitcher in baseball right now, according to Fantasy.
I wouldn't.
You would not give up Soriano?
No. Who I think is also on the bump today, funny enough. I haven't checked, but
He is.
I think he's playing they got the Sox today.
Man, this is going to be a great episode tomorrow. Today
Yeah.
I won't be on. I'll just recap all these guys.
Yeah, because he's got Murakami tonight,
Wow. Yeah, he was just hitting home runs.
who's also leads the AL in strikeouts.
Well, yeah. I think a lot of people expected that. No,
He is who we thought that he was.
Jose Soriano is insane. He's only given up 1 run this year across 5 starts.
Well, and he had back-to-back 10K games. It was
or 6 starts, excuse me.
that Atlanta and then in Cincy, 10Ks. He filled them up. Dude, no. If you're trading Soriano right now, I think you're dumb.
Really?
I think pitchers are a different beast than batters. To me, a pitcher on a hot season, because there's, I know batting is very technical, it's not mechanics, but pitching is more technical, right? And that I think small changes in the offseason can really spike a pitcher's value in a way that over the course of the season, the batter's going to fall off. I think in addition, that's because the batter goes out every day. The pitcher's working on his mechanics 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So, no.
I don't think you could do this anymore because his last start he rebounded in a big way and looked really good. If you are the Jose Soriano owner, would you trade him for Cole Reagans?
No.
I would in an instant.
I think, listen.
I want Cole Reagans.
Listen, can I just say, I think you're right. But the emotional part of me says, dude, he's hot.
He is.
He's hot.
It's cool to have the hot,
Stay
waiver wire
hot,
pickup.
baby. When you play baseball.
Because he probably wasn't even drafted.
Dude, when I played baseball, that was my favorite thing. If anyone said stay hot, kid, that instantly got me going. Nothing like hearing coach from Sunset. Stay hot, kid.
Jose Soriano over Cole Reagans is insane, though.
Dude, he's cooking.
That can't be.
He's
He is
cooking.
cooking. He is cooking.
He's got a .24 ERA.
Cole Reagans also coming off his best start of the season, and we've seen him do it.
So you're telling me that Cole Reagans is a sell high candidate?
No. I'm saying
Let me-
you drafted him in the 4th or 5th round, and I'm holding on to him.
Let me check the fan graphs on Soriano. What do the advanced stats have to say?
A couple more buy lows. We're running out of time. We've only got maybe like 4 minutes left. Are you buying Jarren Duran?
Oh,
Who it looked like he was maybe starting to lose playing time. Now he's batting leadoff for some reason. 2 years ago, he had an amazing season. Last year wasn't bad.
The Red Sox I don't like them.
Fired their manager a couple days ago.
I
People
mean-
were really shocked by the Alex Cora firing.
I mean, I don't know. It's just the offense is so bad that I don't want to buy.
Which is weird because I just feel like it shouldn't be.
Dude, Roman Anthony's terrible.
I mean, I don't think he's been that. I mean, he's kind of another buy low candidate.
He's
I guess.
been
I'll give that.
terrible. Like, he's been dreadful, dude.
Okay, I don't know if he's been that bad.
I don't know.
I mean, he's been better than Jarren Duran.
Yeah, Jarren Duran's been terrible. I mean, Jarren Duran since the 24th of this month is 2 for 5, 6, or 5, 10, 15, 2 for 19.
Yeah. I mean, they have Wilson Contreras, Wilyer Abreu. Wilyer Abreu's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Story. They have the guys. It's just been a slow start for the squad. I think I'm buying low, but because I think you can get them like really low, especially with the whole playing time concerns.
Are there any guys on the wire right now in a lot of leagues that you think that you got like a called shot on? Like,
The only problem is that like in my league, not to sound like all update like my leagues are so much, but they usually all the guys already put like Anytime I listen to CBS guys, they're like, yeah, you guys should go pick up this guy. They've been on for like 2 weeks, man. They were probably drafted.
any deep pulls, like, do you see a big Nolan Arenado come back?
I actually don't hate that.
Is Alec Boehm gonna start turning around?
No, I don't like Bohm.
He's got the loudest contact in the league.
I've seen Dylan Dingler drop in some leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he should definitely. Well, he would already be owned in 2.
Are
leagues.
you a Mason Wynn truther?
Nah, I was high on him last year when he said he was going to steal a ton and then stole none and made me sad. So no, I don't want him.
I mean, are you investing in Brenton Doyle? Gets to play in the Mile High.
I mean, he was bad all of last year. He's been bad this year. He's actually available in. I'm looking at a league right now. Now he's 44% owned in Yahoo leagues. I don't think so.
I think the last name. Listen, I'm gonna throw in a name.
Okay.
He's been bad, but I can see it. No Spencer Steer love.
I had Spencer Steer a couple of years ago, and he was really good.
No Spencer Steer love.
I don't think so. Yeah, Spencer Steer. He kind of reminds me. The Reds just have a bunch of guys like this. He reminds me of a Todd Frazier type. You remember Todd Frazier?
I know the name. Yeah.
He was a third baseman for him when we were like teenagers. I think he won a home run derby, and then was with the White Sox for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, 2024, he had 20 homers, 25 steals, 92 ribbies, batted 225. That was bad, but put up some solid numbers. Last year he was okay. Yeah, I don't know.
No Nolan Gorman love?
No, this is not 2023. That prospect star is faded.
Jonathan
greatly.
India on the 10-day when he comes back and he
No.
No,
I don't think
another
so.
10-day candidate? Listen.
Now, I am buying low on Luis Robert. That's the last name I want to talk about. I have him in one of my Yahoo leagues. He started off fantastic. Been pretty cold the last few weeks. I think you should try to buy Luis Robert. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. You need to join more episodes, man.
Hey, man. Here's my pick. Here's my guy that's guaranteed to be on your wire.
All right, let's hear it, and then we're calling it.
Addison Barger.
Why do you think that?
Dude, I just got a feeling. I'm not allowed to have a feeling about a guy on the 10-day.
Yeah, he's owned.
He's owned.
He's owned in my leagues.
He's not owned in the league we have together.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he's owned in both Yahoo leagues.
Wow.
It's kind of surprising he's not owned in.
Dude, maybe I'll pick him up right
In
now.
Hundo.
I'll put my money where my mouth is
Go
right
for
now.
it. I'm not really.
I'll
too-
put my money where my mouth is right now because just because you won't make a transaction on the show doesn't mean I won't.
I'm trying to produce a show right now, man.
Who we dropping? Jose
it-
Quintana.
Both his ankles are hurt.
Jose
That's tough.
Quintana, get off my team.
I wish I could show the notification. Yep, I just saw it pop up. I think that's a good segue to kind of end this.
Move him to the IR right
Yeah.
away.
Thank you guys for joining another episode of the Warning Track. I love Tuesdays. It's always great to have Ethan on the show.
Taco Tuesday.
Until next time, we'll probably update all these starters we were just talking about that apparently are all playing or all pitching today. So until next time, for Clayton McMahon, your host, Ethan Dolan, #1 analyst, we will see you next time.
Watch out, it's the Warning Track.